Hello guys, it's Jonathan here doing a little Beyblade unboxing. This time we have BlackShell 460 dot. So just another new bay, new motif. Always nice to see. This is a prize bay, a random booster volume 4. Another random booster. So anyway, as per usual, I will open this one up on camera. I always like to open the random boosters on camera, just in case something goes wrong. But anyway, so this should be BlackShell though. Let me go ahead and get the instructions out. So there's those. And there is the main bay in here. Cardboards. Alright, I ended up cutting the video anyway because that was like completely just stuck in the tape. But anyway, over each part, I haven't opened these physically yet, so I guess I'll start with the ratchet because it's reused. Of course, being at 460, one of the first 4 ratchets, again, I don't like getting repeat parts from the initial wave anymore. I just think it's been way too long at this point. But anyway, 460, it does look really cool. I will at least give them that. So that's nice, but it's not that crazy. And it's hard to tell on camera. Let me actually make sure I'm correct. Yeah, so the inside here is black, the outside's a dark green, but it kind of looks all black on camera. But yeah, the outer part here is dark green. So on my LCD screen, I don't know, to me it looks all black, but maybe it looks better on video. Again, the LCD screen's not as good as watching it back on video. Anyway, yeah, 460, nothing really notable. It's a shorter height. I'll talk about the gimmick in a bit when we get to the full bay. So it does kind of play into it a little bit, but 4-sided, not a great ratchet competitively. I don't really care too much about competitive, so for me it just pairs well. That's all I need. So that's that. Moving on to the bit. The bit is dot. This is a new bit, and this thing is kind of a greenish color. I mean, it's green, but I thought it was gonna be like a darker green, but it looks pretty cool anyway. So dot. So it kind of has a weird shape. It's kind of a needle-like shape, but almost a little bit more ball-like as well. Kind of a mix of the two almost, really, because, of the gimmick. They don't want to make it too much like a needle. It has to be a bit more round for it to actually work. And yeah, you can see these extra, like, little bumps here, which help to kind of add friction, help it stay on the ground, which makes sense as a defense type. At least, conceptually speaking. So, again, I'm not into competitive, so I don't really care too much about how that actually performs. I just like to know how they design things thematically. So, again, it works well enough. And yeah, it's definitely kind of needle-like, but again, definitely more round. Interesting part for sure. We usually get something like this in the early part of each gen, of course. Jogged Ball on Rocket Scorpio in the first season of Metal Fight. And of course, Needle on Evil Eye, actually technically before the first season of Burst, so it was just the manga. So yeah, anyway. Moving on to the blade, the most interesting part of the bay. We have here BlackShell. So glad to have this one. It looks really, really nice actually. Already a big fan. It is an opaque black, which I don't mind. I don't know, I think black, if it's translucent opaque, doesn't matter. It usually just looks good. There are some interesting little designs here. You can see, like, in these edges, there's 8 of these little, like, 2-line marks. Pretty cool. There's a little bit of cardboard here. Anyway. I guess let's keep the gear chip, but anyway. Yeah, so it looks really cool. I like the motif a lot here. I always like to just seal a lot from the, Bakugan shoot, so definitely cool to have. Now, I will say the shape, I don't know about that. I don't know if this is the best shape, but you know what? It's fine. I do like the I do like the shape anyway, just because it's just seal-like. But yeah, competitively, again, I don't do that, but like, I could see this being, not the best. So it's very probably recoil heavy, so maybe there's some use for that, but I don't know about that one. Anyway, yeah, here's BlackShell though. It looks, again, really, really cool. through new part weights, and then I'll talk about kind of the gimmick, what the gimmick is supposed to be, and also give my thoughts on the bay. So start with the ratchet. We've already seen this before. 460 is 6.23 grams, about normal. Dot is going to be about 2 grams normal. BlackShell, very curious about this. Alright, 32.73, pretty whatever, nothing impressive, nothing like completely horrible, but still not exactly ideal, especially for what you'd want to use this for. If it was recoil heavy, you'd want it to be at least like 34, I would say, but anyway. Full combo, yeah, it's not great, 48.92, definitely on the lighter side of things, which is, again, not exactly ideal. So, moving on, we have, it's just a full combo now, so let's go and put this thing together again. 460 I do think pairs well with the blade being 8-sided. If not going to get an 8-sided ratchet, I think, 4, or I guess 2 is the best way to go, but I think 4 works here, just based on the kind of spiked design. Anyway, so I guess moving on, we put this the other way. So 460, and then of course dot, so there it is. And also, yeah, the gear chip's also a translucent green if you can't see that, but anyway. Here's the full combo of the bay, BlackShell 460 dot. Kind of harder to see some of the finer coloring on the camera. Even in real life it's kind of dark, but yeah. It looks really nice. This is definitely one of my favorite looking Beyblade X bays, for sure. Now, the whole gimmick of this thing is sort of a low height defense type. You, of course, have the extra friction from dot. That's meant to kind of keep it, solid. And then, yeah, it has a 60 ratchet, so it's meant to just be shorter, a little bit more compact. Again, recoil heavy, though, which, yeah, you prefer something a little bit heavier if it's going to be recoil heavy, but it is what it is, I guess. But, yeah. In terms of its sort of conceptual design, I don't know. This one, I like the idea behind it, but I feel like there's just too many oddities. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10 conceptually, because again, I do just think that, yeah, you need more weight. I feel like being recoil heavy isn't exactly ideal for, being kind of a friction heavy, short defense type. I prefer some, at least a bit more round than this. Not exactly what you'd hope for a kind of, solid, short defense type, again, so that said, physically speaking, I actually like this bay a lot. Probably one of my favorite Beyblade X bays. I'm gonna give this thing a 9 out of 10. I mean, Draciel shape is Draciel shape, big fan of that. Also, 4-sided ratchet pairs perfectly fine. Dot is pretty cool. I also really, really like the color scheme on this thing, of course, being, black and dark green. I think that just looks great, so yeah, I can't help but to really, really like this thing a lot. Let me actually fix the... Can I go a different way with this? I guess maybe this way. That doesn't really help a whole lot. Anyway. Sorry, I shouldn't get this thing to, stay up straight because the ratchet wants to make it, tilt. But I guess we'll have to have it tilt. Okay, so as far as this bay goes, I do have to go to 9 out of 10 for, physical design because I just think it's really, really nice. But yeah. So anyway, as of right now, this is actually the last of the Pendragon bays, so we're done with them. Again, I think we'll probably see UX versions of these eventually, at least Cobalt, but yeah, definitely an interesting group of bays. Yeah, BlackShell itself, really interesting bay. Again, conceptually speaking, I wish that maybe they had a couple alterations to this thing to make it, well, feel a little bit better, but again, it is kind of a Draciel reference, so I do understand the shape, but if they're going to do that, I mean, if they're going to do the shape, at least make it heavier, come on. I know I don't battle, but it is still annoying to just look at that and, see that's quite light overall. So anyway, that aside, it does still look great, and again, since I just do, collect, I do at least like the design, and for me, that's probably, my main thing is the design, so it looks cool for me. That's the main thing that matters for me, so I at least get something out of it, I guess, but yeah. Next time will be the August releases when we come back for more unboxings in a couple weeks. Those are actually coming out pretty soon, I believe, 2 weeks or so. That is the Phoenix Shredder deck set as well as Leon Crest, so I guess stay tuned for that when those come out fairly soon. Hopefully we'll have them the week after they come out, so 12th to 16th or so. Anyway, that's all for this video, so there you go, that's BlackShell. Pretty cool bay overall, I would say. So anyways, Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.